So I only have one more question.
Yes.
On the day you're elected to represent our district,
Yes.
what are some of the things you would like to see happen?
Yeah. So I am running on a very simple platform. So and all of the things that I've been involved in the last 20 years, whether it's arts, whether it's education, whether it's politics, which really have been my three kind of big passion points. The connecting tissue and the connecting thread amongst those things, which may not seem obvious, is really issues of equity, access, and opportunity. And so I am running on that simple platform: equity, access, and opportunity for all. And I don't believe that that can happen, or I should say these things are only possible with policies that expand access and affordability to healthcare, as an example.
Yes.
You know, we rank 49th of all the states in access and affordability to healthcare.
Yes.
We not just have to do better, but like I want to be the champion for us to have the best healthcare.
Yes. Yes.
You know, I mean, because right, better's fine, but you know, like we should strive.
If
I mean,
you're better than 49th, there are like
Yes.
48 other states doing better.
Yes.
So better
and
is
and
not.
Georgia, we have so much to offer as a state. I mean, I think this is the 7th year running where we are, you know, kind of the best state for for new businesses coming in and
Yes.
doing business. And so we have that on the one side, which is really something to celebrate. And then on the other side, like we rank low in health, education also. We're
That part.
48th,
Yes.
49th in education. 2/3, this actually is a statistic that's staggering to me, to the negative. You know, 75%, 2 out of every 3 third graders in this state is not reading at 3rd grade level. They are not reading at grade level. And 3rd grade, even though it seems crazy, 3rd grade is that kind of marker at
Yes.
which, you know, it's kind of a predictability marker for longer term success.
Absolutely.
We gotta fix that.
We gotta
means-
fix it.
We gotta fix it.
Yes.
Which means we need to invest, you know, and fully fund our public school education system.
Yes. And you know, I don't want to interrupt you, but I will say that one of the things that I often say, I'm an educator myself. I do teach at one of our state universities here in Georgia. And one of the things I often say to my students is, you know, I know all of these wonderful, smart Southerners who want to see things change here in Georgia. And it feels like at times that change that needs to happen for things to get better, like education, like healthcare, are being hindered. What are we as smart Georgians to do about fixing some of these disparities?
So some of it is that, I mean, I also think that the political process right now, and we certainly see it at the national level,
Yes.
you know, there's a lot of everybody's retreating to their own corner, right? So we've got Republicans, we've got Democrats, and I do believe that, you know, part of it is being able to talk with each other and find the common ground. I am a person who believes, just because of my own experience through the years in helping to lead organizations or lead campaigns and charges toward, you know, meeting a vision, that, you know, if we can talk to people despite our differences, we can often find common ground that can at least allow us to take a first step.
I agree. I absolutely agree.
And last year, you know, the legislature did fully fund, I mean, they did kind of what they called fully fund the public school system. So they brought it back up, the funding back up to the levels that where it hadn't been in, I want to say, a decade. And so I think it goes to show you that, you know, having great, smart thinkers can reflect the voices, legislators who can reflect the voices of their district.
Exactly.
And get stuff done. And I, for myself as a candidate, what I want people to know is I'm not a solo legislator, right? Should I win, I will not be a solo legislator. I am part of a legislative team that includes certainly other folks in the Democratic caucus, but also Republicans.
Yes.
Who also get to craft what happens here in this state. And so as part of a legislative team, right, I'm representing lots of voices, the most important of which will be the constituents of District 39.
Yes.
And so those hopes, those changes, then through me, right, get reflected in the kinds of legislation, the kind of, I'll even say, negotiation that I would do under the Gold Dome to make those changes. But we can't wait to get the governor's mansion, the House, and the Senate.
The Senate, yes.
Able to get stuff done. And I do believe deeply that, if it's going to be all or nothing, I'd rather it not be all or nothing.
That's right.
Then we get nothing oftentimes, especially when we're not in the majority. Exactly. So I would rather have us try to make changes step by step by step, right? The journey of 1 mile starts with a single step.
Absolutely.
And even, I use the Affordable Care Act as an example. Was it perfect? It was not.
No.
Did it get millions of people insured that needed to be? Absolutely. Yes. Can we continue to shape it and create the thing that we ultimately need? Yes, we can.
Yes, but we can.
Started with something that impacted people positively, and then you take it from there. And I think, in terms of the kinds of issues and kind of areas where I would want to see changes. Sometimes it's going to be a step forward, and that's better than nothing. And
Absolutely.
That's not to say you end there. Don't misunderstand that you don't end there, but we got to start making movement toward these things, because we are ranked way low of all the states in several important measures. And in this state, which we all, love and want to see do well, that's just not good enough.
It's not good enough. So that you made an important point there. And so we're often forgetting that in representative democracy, you're representing our interests in the 39th district. However, how can we support you so that we can continue to move to those next steps?
Well, so it is now election time. Early voting started yesterday. And I will tell you, I went to 7 different polling locations yesterday. I mean, I'm a candidate, so I can't talk to anybody who's voting in line, but I went just to see what was happening around the district. And I saw all kinds of people waiting in long lines, an hour and a half. I don't think yesterday I saw a line shorter than 2 hours long.
Yes.
And as long as 4 hours long. And I saw people waiting patiently to cast their votes. I want to tell people that your vote is extremely important. And even today, I was in different polling locations, maybe slightly shorter lines, but still there could be hours wait. So go vote, cast your vote. Please, I should ask you for your vote. Well, I would be honored to have your vote to be your next state senator of the 39th district. And you should know that for my particular race, you need to request the ballot. Ask your poll worker for the ballot that includes the special election for Senate District 39. It is being handled differently in different polling locations. Sometimes you are being asked, sometimes you are just being given the ballot that includes it if they notice that you live in the district. So there are some variations of happening. So I want anybody who wants to vote for me to know to request that ballot that includes this election.
Absolutely. Well, I thank you so much for your time. I know you're awfully busy going from polling location to to polling location. And I thank you so much for putting that effort in to make sure that we know what we can do as citizens and how we can continue to be engaged in this process, as well as encouraging us to get out to vote.
Yes, vote for the people who you know are gonna want to fight for the things that you want and need, and that you also believe can get those things done for you.
Yes, yes. Thank you so much for your time. Sonya Halpern of District 39. She's running for our Georgia Senate seat.
Yes. Thank you so much. I will look forward to coming back another time, and hopefully we'll be victorious.
Yes, yes. Have a wonderful day, and thank you.
Okay, thank you.